My husband, God bless him, he just teases me a lot about my healthy living journey. Now, by the grace of God, I do feed my family healthy most of the time. However, I take my own to the next level. So I typically don't just eat healthy on the normal level. I am always going to extremes, challenging myself, doing one diet or the other. In fact, at the time of recording this, which is November 2023, I'm doing a diet called the Samurai Diet. It's not even a real diet. It was just the way the samurai warriors ate. And I'm like, I want to eat like that. So sometimes I create my own rules and just put myself in these nice, tight spaces so that I don't have too much freedom to eat anyhow because I truly enjoy it. And so my husband would just be like, hey, yeah, I even say you're on a diet, you're on a this, but I'm seeing you enjoy yourself. I'm like, of course, babe. I don't understand. So that I'm eating healthy, does it mean I have to suffer? Does it mean I should not enjoy myself? And you'd agree with me that this is the mindset a lot of people bring to healthy living. It almost feels like, if I'm going to eat healthy, I will suffer. I will eat foods I don't like. I would have to be drinking green, bitter juices every day. Say bye-bye to all my amazing, nice foods. So when we think that way, we avoid it because it's too much. Even though we want to achieve the goal of healthy living or weight loss, we just think it's so hard, so we avoid it. There's a term for it. It's actually called the approach avoidance conflict in psychology, meaning that I have the goal. I want to approach the goal, but I'm thinking, there's so many obstacles, there's so many barriers, there's fear, so I don't go after it, so I avoid it. Instead of going toward the goal to achieve it, I go away from the goal and I avoid it. So our ancestors in the past truly had threats, truly had fears, truly had obstacles and barriers to their goal, which was staying alive. So they were constantly fighting something. Decisions were made based on avoiding threats, avoiding death, avoiding obstacles to life. But today, we don't have those kind of threats. So you don't have to make decisions based on avoiding threats, avoiding fear, avoiding death, thinking the goal is too hard. You don't avoid it. Instead, you approach it because it is actually achievable. It is. Weight loss, so achievable. Many times we think it's so hard. I will not be able to eat the things I used to eat before. I'll have to drink green juices that are bitter the rest of my life. No, you don't have to. And I'm doing this video in the hopes of educating you so that you can start to approach and go after your goals because now you know better and then you are going to do better. So I'll share 3 very simple, very amazing, I can do it right now, tips and goals to help you on that journey, to help you really bring a lot of joy and forward movement on this amazing journey. So number 1 is please research. I think we don't research enough. Things look huge, things look big, mountains look like they are going to completely crumble over you because you don't know much about them. All of us have many things in our lives. You have it that really looks huge before. But the more you start to gain knowledge about it, you start to do research, you ask questions. You're like, this thing is not so hard. Even for something like, I want to travel or I want to buy this thing. You're just thinking, this thing is so hard. This cost is so hard. This thing is so this. It's out of reach. It's not for people like me. It's only disciplined people that can do it. No. You can do proper research and say, okay, let me even find out how much this trip is going to cost me. Okay, it's going to cost me $1,000. Fine. What's the first step I can take? I can at least fix my passport. Or I can at least bring out my passport and even see or fill the form. At least do something. Because you've broken it down into steps, which is what research does for you. It takes that huge mountain and makes it smaller in steps. So you can take one step, and the mountains really start to crumble. So yes, for example, you want to lose 40 kg. 40 kg is no longer the goal. We need a sub-goal. So the more you research, the more you ask questions, the more you get help. You're like, okay, I may not be able to lose 40 kg right now, but how can I lose 1? How can I lose 2 kg over the next 2 weeks? You take those baby steps, which is why at the Nation, we say that we take you through joyful baby steps to achieving forever results. We want you to enjoy the journey, so we break it down, not just goals now, but sub-goals, so that you see that it's easy to achieve. And you only know those sub-goals when you've put in some work in researching it. You have to research this thing. Everything looks huge because of ignorance. So don't let your ignorance stop you from approaching your goals. Don't let ignorance make you avoid your goals because you think that, oh, it's so hard, it's so hard. It is not so hard. For example, you want to feed your kiddos healthy. How do you start? You cannot think of completely overhauling their diet. That will make you afraid. But the more research you do of how can I change one thing? How can I change breakfast? How can I change what is in their lunchbox? Whatever thing it is. Just research and break it down to sub-goals. That's how the threat diminishes and then you want to go ahead and achieve those goals. Number 2, very closely related to research, would be find your person or persons of hope. I tell my citizens at the nation that curiosity did not kill the cat. In fact, that's one of our welcoming core values. Curiosity did not kill the cat. Curiosity helped the cat. So when you see someone who's achieved that goal, please go closer. Ask them, how did you do it? People are actually more willing to share than we think. Plus, when a goal is just hanging in the air, it looks big. When you see a real, living, breathing human being who's achieved this, you're like, yep, I can definitely achieve it too. I had people like that on my weight loss journey. I have people like that. Now, weight loss is not a goal for me, but I have different goals. So when I see people, I'll give you an example. I remember when I wanted to start to invest in courses, in thousands of dollars. I didn't have the money, but I knew it was not just about the money. But it always used to look big to me. When I would hear my mentor say, I paid $10,000, I paid $5,000, I paid this, I'm like, hey, it's not for people like me. Oh, I'll just remove myself from the equation. But what did I start to do? I found people who had done it. Then I asked them. I started to associate with them. Guess what? I now started to invest in myself like so. Because now I could see people I knew who were going after and who had achieved those goals, which is also why support groups are priceless. It's like support groups are so underrated because in support groups, you have teachers or coaches. Then you also have fellow students like you who came in like you, but you're seeing them little by little achieve their goals. Then your coaches have walked the path before you. So they're willing to counsel you on the path they have walked on. Oh my goodness. Do you realize what kind of fuel that gives you on your own journey? You stop avoiding. You now start to approach it because it is now looking like, yes, I can get this thing. So please find your person of hope. Find your persons of hope. When you find them, gravitate toward them and ask them the right questions. Remember, number 1 is go for knowledge so you can take the big goals and break it down to sub-goals. Number 2, find your person or persons of hope and ask them questions, intelligent questions, because your curiosity is certainly not killing your cat. And the final one, this one just goes without saying, start! Get off the fence and start. Nothing good happens on the fence. People like us don't stay on the fence. We get off. So it's either you just say, this is not a goal for me, and you throw it away. Or you're like, this is a goal and I will not avoid it. I will go after it and achieve it. Let me tell you, clarity comes from motion. Clarity comes from doing. Clarity comes from action. Action begets action. The more action you take, the more action you want to take. Mountains only go down as you approach them. So at some point, you're going to move from research, gaining knowledge, asking questions, finding your persons of hope, to now doing. Oh, when you take everything you have learned and you start to apply it, it is catalytic in how it gives you results. So please do not just stop at researching. Do not just stop at persons of hope. Don't wait till everything is perfect. Just start. Just start, just start. Remember, I started with a story of how we think everything related to weight loss and healthy living is hard. You want to enjoy your life. I enjoy my life. That's why I do all those videos. That's why I do my coaching, because I want you to enjoy your life. You can lead a healthy life. You can lead an enjoyable life. You can lead a life you wake up to and do a dance to every day because you just enjoy it, including eating healthy. You can say bye-bye to the things you do not want to eat, not because you're in this tight space, but because you know better. You know better. You know how to restrict. You know how to moderate. You know how to eliminate. You're just living in the beautiful balance where you just enjoy this journey. But until you do some research, ask the right questions, and actually get up and start to do, you would always be avoiding. But when you start to do these 3 things, you start to approach your goals, and that's what you want. And listen, if you need help on this journey, I got you. I'm your girl. Like I say, we are the only wellness company that you need for optimal wellness and weight loss. It's us. It is us that you need. So if you'd like to work with me, I got you. We have group coaching, we have one-on-one coaching, and we definitely have corporate coaching packages. So check out the link below. Come meet us at our website, which is right here. You can see it right here. And I cannot wait to get the privilege of coaching you to where I can hear you to where forever results as we build your for purpose body. So I'll see you in my next video. Let me know what part of this really tripped you the most. Like, hey, I want to do this. Not tripped as in tripped you down, but tripped you like, yes, I'm going to do this one. This is where I see that I have been slacking. I want to know. Please like the video, share it, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, you know what I'm leaving you with, and that is the Shalom of God, because the prayer of Shalom contains all of the prayers. My name is Ezia Hambala Geology, and I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. So please, no, don't say so please. So come meet us at Allah. Like, this is where I see that I have been lacking. So you don't have to fear that, excuse me, even when, okay, people like us don't stay on the faith. We say our coaching is a joyful, no. We say that we take you through. I remember when I wanted to, what was that I wanted to do, so.